have you seen the interview between Roland Griffiths and Sarah Brack?
Well, I don't pride myself in doing my homework, Guy,
Okay.
because nobody does their homework all the time. But you sent that to me, and I believe
Oh,
it
I
was an
did.
hour and a half or a 2 hour video. I watched the whole thing because I like to do my homework.
It's so
I can't
good.
always do it. I would recommend that. I'll put I'll put a link to that in the description comment as well.
So good.
He
It's so
was,
good.
and he's a pure scientist who did clinical trials at Hopkins.
Uh-huh.
And part of what his legacy is he's created an endowment that is going to hire, Hopkins is going to be able to hire somebody whose salary is paid for and is completely immune to the money, which I find is horrifically polluting to the medical science, and have somebody just to be able to publish in perpetuity on psychedelics through that wonderful and highly prestigious institution at Johns Hopkins.
Yeah.
Anyway, talk to me more about this video. Why did you send it to me?
So the reason I sent it to you was, Roland Griffiths is, for anyone who doesn't know, as Jake mentioned, he's a long-term, scientist and researcher into psychedelics, but he's also a long-term and very advanced meditator. So not only has he been meditating for, I think, 20, 30 years, he started kind of later on in life, similar to what I did. But he's also experienced non-ordinary states of consciousness through psychedelics, but then done a ton of research on it as well. But what got me, and I hope I don't start crying because I cry real easy, but what got me is the point. So Dr. Griffiths got diagnosed with terminal cancer. He has apparently 6 months to live. And him and Sarah are long-term friends. And so this interview is very intimate. And when he starts talking about his terminal prognosis, his eyes light up. Like he just gets, like, you could see the excitement on his face. And he starts talking about how he went through 2 days of grief with his partner of just like, holy shit, I'm going to die, to this, all of a sudden this, oh man, I'm going to finally find out what this is like. Like it is for me. I mean, I so related to that because through psychedelics, I believe I've experienced in many ways what death is like. And if you look at the history of psychedelics, for example, back in ancient Greece, they had the Eleusinian mysteries, right? Which was arguably, and, almost, absolutely without a doubt, a psychedelic sacrament where ancient Greeks would make this pilgrimage for like 2 days, no food, no water, apparently. Like there was just like this like austere pilgrimage. They would partake in this sacrament. And the term they used was, you die before you die.